All right. Good morning, everyone. This is the Kubeflow CNCF graduation call on 29th of July. This meeting will be recorded and published on YouTube. This meeting is governed by the CNCF Code of Conduct. So we have a few things today to discuss and talk about the updates we've done over the last 2 weeks. By the way, I think we publish all the recordings on YouTube. So if you want to follow up from our discussions since, I think, April this year. Feel free to check out the recordings from the last calls. I think I updated all of them, if I remember correctly. But you can double check. Yeah, I think starting from May. Yeah, starting from May, the recording is. Yeah, so before I get started, I think I have to talk two things to talk about the issue template and the GTR, the General Technical Review Doc, that I've done updates. Anything else you want to talk about? Any questions maybe from folks you want to ask?
Well, I think still the most important question is the one that we always keep asking, which is what's the status of the ability to graduate before KubeCon?
Yeah, so yeah, I think the most important thing right now is security audit. So we found 3 adopters who are willing to give interviews to CNCF. So we're working for them to fill the form, so CNCF can contact them and go over the interview. But I think the security audit is I think the most concerning one from my perspective.
In the sense that it won't be finished or that it won't pass or what?
Yeah. No, I think it's so my only concern that they probably will. It takes time for them to finish it, and then we might need to address some issues. So this is, I don't know. For example, if they say like you need to fix those problems, and you mean until we fix it, we cannot graduate. Um, so this I'm not sure. We need to see like how it goes.
Well, we've got to see what happens, right?
Yes.
So what's actually blocking us? I thought, obviously the technical review, we've already talked about that. We need to make sure that we'll obviously go through some of that today, I guess. But like, other than that, what's blocking us?
Yeah, the next meeting is on August 1st. By the way, I think so. You're watching on this channel, right? The
So
security.
when you say next meeting,
Yeah, so the next meeting with folks who will help us with the security audit.
okay,
It's not like the public meeting, and just like the meeting where we talk about the next steps.
sure.
So we've done one of the audit. I just don't know if this is complete. Um,
They were doing something, but I don't know what.
but another one will be from other company. So
Oh, another company, okay.
I can invite you actually on the call. I think you in
I'm
the Slack
probably
channel,
on it.
right?
I'm not sure if I'm on the call, but I don't know. I get a
Okay.
lot of invites.
Okay, it's fine. So yeah, just if you want to be involved in the security discussions, let me know. I can add this to the channel.
I mean, it's probably I'm on the channel, but if I'm not already, add me, sure, and I'll help out. But yeah,
Yeah. So because so the thing is like what we figure out, we cannot open the application until the security audit is complete.
oh,
Otherwise, CNCF will just decline the application.
really, that's not normal, but okay,
Not
sure.
decline, but they just postpone it and just put it in the backlog.
But
So
even if that's the case, right? Like what I'm trying to understand is we were talking about like overall they're not doing graduations right now. So I'm trying to understand is there a are we able to get around that? Is what I'm saying.
yeah, again, like I'm not 100% sure on their internals. I know there is some work happening on other projects, moving towards levels. And I think it was only about the sandbox, if I remember correctly what George said before.
That they're not stopping the graduating.
Yeah, if you take a look at the TOC repo, right, the CNCF TOC, there are some, projects applying for different levels and some activities going on there.
Yes.
Yeah, this one, right? So the interview is happening, and it's inside issues.
Oh, it's issues, yeah.
So interviews, reviews, all this happening, right? At least for incubation graduation.
Hmm. I thought it's just the issue was like, did we get finalization on like the tags? Is kind of what I'm saying. Because like they were the one, all the various groups that need to vote to actually accept it. Because I think the change was that there was a lot of governance changes happening in the CNCF itself. And so there was not, it wasn't clear who would actually vote to accept or not accept it.
Yeah, I think it's CNCF TOC, right? So
Maybe that's what I thought. All I know is that just like George was saying that there was some changes happening.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, we should not really worry about this. I think like we should need to worry about is how we can finalize the remaining action items as fast as we can. Like especially OpenSSF budgets. I know there is some problems with pipelines. I'm not sure again about notebooks. Um,
Yeah, there's stuff going on. It's just, and also it depends on the timeline of when we're going to graduate, right? Like, because if it's not possible to graduate before KubeCon, then maybe we would only graduate Notebooks 2.0. But like, if it's not,
yeah, but I mean, I guess like from my point of view, we still should do the work because like for example, what if security team tell us we're going to finish it like in mid of August, right? And by that time we figure out that hey, KFP and notebooks are not ready because they didn't complete the OpenSI batch, right? Uh, that is why we don't want to have more delays.
well, like,
Um,
yeah, we should aim for the fastest possible path. But like, if things take time, we also, you can't fix things faster than the fastest. You know what I mean? Like, if
no, but
something,
you still need to do the work, right? So again,
that's
like
what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah.
I know that Alex, like for example, on KFP, he volunteered to fix the vulnerabilities for SDK.
But is it
Um,
act for SDK though? But I thought the issue was in the UI.
no, SDK also issues, right? All SDK also
Okay,
have.
maybe there's also issues in SDK, but like,
Uh,
like
Again, I think it's like we can definitely talk about it. But my only ask, like the maintainers will complete the remaining steps, right?
we're definitely going to take his notebooks 1.0 as far as we can. Like notebooks 2.0 by definition is a rewrite, so we're obviously not running old packages and things like that. But but it's um yeah, like that's what I'm saying around like timelines, because timelines affect it for notebooks at least. Because it might be more useful for us if, like, let's say we know we're not going to do it by November. Obviously, we should aim for November, obviously. But, you know, if we're not going to meet that, then
I
we
think
might
the
as
only
well.
thing we don't want to have, like, we finish everything and then, we have a blocker in the end of August that, again, as I said,
But if it's
projects are
pipelines
late.
and notebooks, those two are really important. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, but again, the pipelines will be finished by,
will it
with,
though? Like, I've
yeah,
tried to
so,
do updates myself, and it's very hard.
uh, so anyway, like, what is your recommendation, Matthew, here?
Well, all I'm recommending is that we go as fast as possible. Yep, let's keep trying. Like, you know what I mean? Pushing at every stage, so that let's assume that we will be able to graduate. So then let's just do that. So what's the steps that are blocking us that we can do right now, or is there anything that we can do right now?
Yeah, like I already said, right?
Okay, so is the GTR ready to submit or not
Yeah,
yet?
this one I can go with like the review. So if you open, maybe first of all, let's go to the issue because it's easier. It's
Which
smaller.
one do you want to look at, top or the bottom part of it?
Yeah, like so I updated the George template.
Okay.
Maybe do you want to go one by one or how do you want to?
Let's just, okay, is there any that are not, oh, let's just very briefly go through them. So like, okay, so this, have we actually done this? Yeah? Mm, I don't know, maybe.
Yep. I've added this presentation I've done for tech.
That's
Yeah,
quite a long time ago, but okay, yeah. Um, again, I think George said that that's fine because the tags are changing. So the, sure, docs, governance stuff. Yep. Yes. Okay. Most of these seem fine. Okay, this one is okay. So this is a good example of what do we do in the case where there's some projects are not listed.
yeah, it's fine. It's just one of the examples that we maintain the government's approaches that we
Do
established.
we need to have evidence to this one?
No, I think CNCF has it.
It
So
is in the CNCF docs, yeah. No, sorry,
they have it.
metrics.
Yeah, I have it in the dev
We
stats.
could just link to that, I guess, but yeah. Okay. Most of this is fine. This is complete, comprehensive.
Yeah, 6 projects, right? We
Okay.
graded.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's probably fine. Yep. This is interesting.
Yeah.
It is or. Okay. It's fine. Okay. So what's this? Oh, this is SFS. Okay. Yep. Engineering principles, the GTR. We'll come back to that one. Okay. Third-party security. This is the other one you're looking at, right? I guess.
Yeah, so 1 second, can you scroll up a little bit?
Which part? Yeah.
What is the section security?
SFS. SSF.
I think for the security section, 1 second.
This is
Is
the silver or gold. So this is the one that we unflagged. I think that we should remove the examples from this one
where?
because this is this point, the one achieving OpenSSF best practice silver or gold badge is a suggested task. So we
Yeah,
should
let me. Yeah, you're right, Mateo. Let me actually
But that
remove.
might have changed on the Well, we can still put it
It,
with the
it
ones
doesn't
that.
affect graduation, so just remove contact. Maybe we can just keep it as a second. Like if you scroll a bit down, you will see that another ask about passing badge. Yeah, this
Yeah.
one.
So So I'm saying we just don't need to tick that, right? I mean, we should mark the ones which are. We should mark the ones which are.
Do we? Do we need?
Do we do any of them? Let's just check. We
Yeah,
don't. We
yeah.
can't. We can't
For
remove it
trainer
from the.
and Katib, we achieve the gold badge.
That's what I'm saying. Like for the ones which are, let's. How do you tell?
You can click to the link. Okay, I will only link two projects here.
Yeah, only link to the ones which are. Yeah, yeah.
You can check it by the percentage. If it is 100, 200, 300.
Where do I see it?
You listed at the top. So at the top of the page, there is the
Oh,
progress
there.
bar.
Okay, it's there. Yeah, yeah. It's okay. It changes from a percentage to gold.
Right.
Okay. So the only one that I can see is Catev. Let's see. I don't think so. Gold is also. Uh, registry. What's that?
I mean, I think unnecessary. I mean, we can, whether remove everything or keep two.
Well, we can't remove a section of their template. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, let me.
So like, let's just leave Catev and model registry.
Oh.
Or is it?
Unfortunately, we are not gold. So let's say
Oh, I
not
see. Sorry, it's trainer. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So can you? Okay, what else? So this one, yeah.
No, but rather than only say currently.
Okay, currently.
Please. Gotta be hopeful. Okay, yep. So now this one, when you said there's two companies doing it, I'm trying to understand why are there two companies now?
Sorry. This I'm not sure. Because I think like there are different security audits which is happening. So this is why like we need to have a single Friday. So I want to figure out what would be the next steps. Sorry, like can you? So in the security section, all other checkboxes we cover, right?
Well, we have to actually follow these policies, but we can go through them. Let's go through them. Make sure that they are there.
See also required security responses. Yeah, self-assessment. I think we need to merge self-assessment, the initial at least version. If you don't have any addition, I'm still waiting for KFP to provide comments.
Okay, what's this one? Where is this?
And I think for notebooks, right, Matthew, you also need to review.
Probably. Where is this? I'm just looking. It's an our repo. So what's happening here? Like we're just saying that it's.
No, it's inside security. What is it? The file name secure self-assessment.md.
Where did this come from? Did we write this or who wrote this?
Yeah. Yeah, I created this.
Is there anything that we're missing here?
No. Yeah, like I'm waiting for review from Kubeflow pipelines and notebooks, right? If you open the doc here.
Okay. Well, we have to go into like this part. Okay. So what is this actually for? Like, where's this? Where's the?
If
like,
you open the file changes, I will explain you.
Oh yeah, we did. That's where I was before.
If
Do
you
want me
can
to
you
just,
open the doc in the
like view the rendered version, you mean?
Yeah. So this is in general like about what is Kubeflow is about, and so it has, as you could see, software bill of materials, overview, self-assessment use, security development practices. So the most important one is actors and actions. So this is explain what projects. I need to update this. I know. So what projects actually is about. So what they do and how users interact with the projects. So if you scroll down a little bit, like you can see Spark operator, right? So this is like the overall diagram for Spark operator. Like it tells that Spark operator has a controller and mutation webhook. Controller is responsible to watching for Spark application CRD, etc. Right? So for Kubeflow notebooks, I added like the info from my knowledge, but if something is incorrect, just you need to let me know.
Yeah, I mean, technically these are kind of connected, but okay. It's more complicated than this, but it depends on how detailed you really need to be here.
Not in the super detail, but at least like, if it's something incorrect, you should let me know.
Like, yeah, well, these two are actually the same controller, but there's also a backend which lives in, I believe in the version 1 it lives in the actual same container as the web UI. But yeah. It's mostly fine, I guess.
Yeah, and then if you scroll down in the actions, right? So here one. So this is how actually user interact with the projects.
When you say user, like, do you mean from a security perspective?
No, from yes, yes, from security, but also like from the like what are the interfaces, right? Like you have UI, you have SCRD, right? You have RBAC, right? That user needs to establish basically the connection to the Kubernetes cluster. Um, I mean, if you want to read more, like CNCF has the explanation of actions in
Okay.
their self-assessment, like your third link, your third tab actually on the browser. So to explain what is actions and actors is about.
Steps which actually provide some service. That is obviously like that's pretty hard to be comprehensive with, but yeah.
Yeah, you see actions like it's basically steps performed by different actors, right? For example, like you interact with your
Probably
controller.
only critical paths, presumably, because like there's a lot of paths that you
Yeah,
could
yeah, yeah. I didn't go into the details, right? Because we have like a lot of projects in the
just
scope.
even within a notebooks, like you could have thousands of paths, right? Like you could choose various random things, but presumably the most important thing is yeah, notebook management, and then yeah, I mean, there's probably other things as well, but like yeah, like connecting to the notebook, I would say probably is the one which is connected to that piece.
Yeah, you can also take, maybe tell here how user propagate identity, right?
That's what I was saying. Like it's more like
Sure.
probably there's like management of the notebooks, and then there's connecting to the notebooks, and that's really where these. Well, that one is connected to both, which is what are you allowed to manage. But then there's this one, which is the one which I think you're thinking about. But yeah,
So do you want to leave your suggestions so I can
yeah, I
update it?
can do that.
I mean, after the call, maybe.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So yeah, I think this is done. So we still need to, review from you and from KFP.
yes. Is there anything? There's nothing else kind of going on here. Okay.
And that's it. If you go back to the issue template. Yeah, so third-party security audit. This is the what we are talking about, right?
So yeah. So okay. So there's two of them happening. What's their status?
Yeah, yeah, again, like one is already kind of complete. We have a one doc, but from others, like this meeting will be this week on Friday.
Okay. So when will we be able to tick this once they finished it? I guess.
This is what we need to figure out on Friday, right?
Okay. Cool. Okay. Ecosystem. Yes. Yes. This one?
No, this we don't need like the three adopters filling the application, so
Oh.
they will verify it.
Okay, interrogations, sure, that's fine. Okay, so then I don't think there's anything else on that piece of it other than the tag itself. Technical,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever it's called.
yeah. I think we're almost ready again. Like I think two things is like two open SSF badges
Which that
and
is a lot of
security.
work, I think, in there, but yeah.
Yeah, and security. Yeah, I agree. It's a lot of work, right? And um, like in terms of UI, we have problems everywhere, right? KT Pulse has UI, and like I'm pretty sure there are some dependencies like Node version that they cannot upgrade because we rely on Kubeflow Common Web App, for example.
This is my proposal long term, just like separate to the graduation for that, is that a lot of the things that are done in the UIs are managing CRDs in namespaces. And at least for some of them, it might make sense to use the new Notebooks 2.0 UI and backend with just an added plugin for those components. Because then you don't
Yeah,
have
we discussed it with the other, like that's right. We need to talk more on this, like how we can build extensions for
like
all
just what I'm
those
saying,
sort.
like use the workspace base is what I'm saying. Like because the workspace base kind of UI and backend it will
Yeah, I
that it
just like
reduces.
yeah. So it's part of this call. I just want to see how we can avoid this problem as part of our gradation. So my suggestion is to say, hey, UI is separate thing. We don't really, it's out of scope.
I don't
Like
think we
when
can though. I don't think
no,
we
but
can.
we can say like I know there is a work we need to do, but we can do this asynchronously from the overall graduation gradation process. Because from my perspective, I'm not sure if we can fix all those not fix but update the libraries before the
Well,
graduation.
like what I'm saying though is like if that well it depends on when we're trying to graduate, right? Like because I think the long-term state is that we'll have two major UIs, one for pipelines and one for notebooks.
No, but we also have UI. We're planning to have UI for trainer.
But that's what
Typical.
I'm saying. I think those sort of ones could easily be moved into workspaces as the UI element, and then just like workspaces being a generic concept for place where users do things.
Yeah. So, but anyway, like we need someone who will rewrite this bunch of these UIs, right? And build extensions for Jupyter, right? Or for
Well, we
workspaces.
actually have a lot of people working on notebooks, is what I'm saying, workspaces, if you call them that, right? Like we have 5 full-time
So,
UI engineers or whatever.
uh, so anyway, like I mean, like, if they want to propose something, like definitely we need to talk, but we're definitely not on this call, right? So,
I'm saying like
like,
maybe it's one if
just
we end up blocked, is what I'm saying, by the dependency on the common web app, is what I'm trying to say.
yeah, but I don't think they will be ready to rewrite all of the UIs
No, no, of
before
course not. Yeah, yeah.
before graduation, right? Because
Well,
KFP
before
also has
November. Again, it
UI.
depends on the date we're trying to graduate by.
Yeah. So anyway, I think it's I don't think we can solve it right now. So maybe we can go to the GTR doc.
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, I think I've also done some of this here. I don't know. Do we again want to go one by one? So I
I think
think
we should start at the bottom. Let's start at the bottom this time. Okay.
okay.
Because we always start at the top.
No,
It's
the top I also removed. So I
oh,
removed the entire template from the top. So it's only keep the so I removed this template
where template?
pages from the beginning.
Oh, okay. Sure.
It's fine. I think I'll just give an overview and then we can start from the bottom if you
Yeah,
want.
because we always start from the top, and I just worry that
Yeah,
we
yeah,
get
yeah.
stuck. Okay, so these have what is our actual perspective here? So security hygiene, this is a subcategory. Access controls, yes, that's true. Mostly. I mean, there's some access controls otherwise. What is this? That it doesn't seem
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
actually threat modeling, so it's a buff actually. I added this to the other section because they have duplicate question.
oh, okay. Which okay, come back to that then. How does produce security reporting? Okay, we've listed that. Then we have. I'm just gonna make this easier to see. Okay, how does each program? Each program. Do we want to link? Ooh, this is interesting. We don't really have. What does that mean?
Yeah, we don't do rotation like we just right now say that like the maintainers are responsible to maintain the security hygiene and answering the.
Let's put that line first.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Mhm.
Oh, okay. Anyone else want anything about security before we move up to the next section? Hey, Francisco, by the way.
Yeah, there are a bunch of security sections at the top as well because.
Yeah, yeah. Security seems to be a common theme. Okay,
Mhm.
so troubleshooting. This is an interesting one because that's not really troubleshooting. That's more fault tolerance. But okay. The question. Um,
I think it's fine, like more generic question that since we're leveraging Kubernetes controllers, they kind of allows to
so maybe it's like specifics depend on the Kubeflow project. Um, we need to add what you're saying, right? Which is that.
actually I think I explained it also in above as I mentioned here. I think the troubleshooting. This is why like we should not go from the bottom.
Oh,
So the problem is there are a lot of asks which is duplicated. I think I explained some of the troubleshooting components at the top. Let me see trouble. Um,
so this is kind of a hard question to answer though. Like this particular question is actually kind of hard. Like, what does it mean when the Kubernetes API server becomes unavailable? That's a good question. You know what I mean? Well, apps. So like the answer is that it's dependent on Kubernetes. It's Kubernetes app. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, so I think we should go from the top ceremony because like I think there are
which
some
part?
questions because there are like even from the beginning because some of the rollouts some it's kind of addressing this
But we should
troubleshooting.
then, in cases where this doesn't point back to that one, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that is why I said like
Let's just finalize this one sentence out, like Kubernetes projects or Kubernetes apps. So fault tolerance is strongly tied to the health of the underlying cluster. In practice, user workloads have retry. More details. There we go. It's pretty fine. Okay. Where do you want to go to? Would you sure we're just going to keep going up from the bottom? It's like not too bad.
okay, it's fine. I
And
just
describe non-failing modes. Okay, this is hard. What is this? You know,
yeah, I think it's okay. It's about like failure policies or how we manage restarts.
I don't know. It's probably fine. Okay. Observability, grab signals. Most that is true, not all.
Yeah, controllers also expose logs and statuses for platform admins to ensure stability. I think it's okay.
Some CRDs have status fields as well, but probably fine. Okay.
Audit logging. It's about yeah. I just mentioned here about Kubernetes audit.
Okay, sure, that's probably correct. Yeah, that's fine. Oh.
Describe any dashboard. So this we have only one dashboard right now.
Yeah, well, I don't. Is that the dashboard in this case? I don't know if that's the word. I think that word dashboard in here means like metrics.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Grafana dashboard. I understand like
yeah.
parameters and etc. So
It's not wrong. There is a little bit of metrics in there, but not a lot.
it's fine.
Should we clarify that this isn't that, or just like?
I would say let them review and if
Yeah, I mean, it's not wrong. It's just like kind of strange. Okay. FinOps.
yeah, we don't have any FinOps
Yeah, you have to
tools
use that up.
in
You have
build,
to use
but
that.
cube costs they can
Yeah,
use.
yeah. That's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And then parameters. This is not always true, but
Some of the examples, right? Where we
most
use
projects use commands and lambdas verbs. For example, sure. Fine. How can we determine what does that even mean? Interesting.
yeah, it's basically the ownership, right?
I don't the easiest like CRD like definitions. Oh, wait, actually, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. It's complicated because it's a Kubernetes cluster app. But yeah. Look for the app. Okay. Can someone what is the difference? If it's working. Okay, I don't know if you want to link them to that. Oh no,
What
that's
is the question?
I guess maybe. Okay, I'm skeptical about that, but like,
Yeah, we don't have any kind of we have some upstream examples they can run, but we don't have the comprehensive, conformance tests they can run. So I think the manifest might be one of the things they can try out. At least it tests some of the
if
Kubeflow.
yeah, I mean, not every cluster is going to be compatible with that, but yeah, some will. Like that's again a kind specific one. It also assumes
Yep.
that you're using OAuth2 proxy and stuff, which not every user is, but it's probably fine. This one's with examples. Sure, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Then, oh wait,
Did we check dependencies?
no, we didn't. No. Okay, I think it's because this was smaller. I think that's why I'm not
Okay,
going.
this is easy, right? Okay, this is easy. I think this is the
Go specific services. Look at the general security talks about Kubeflow. What is this? I don't know about this. Okay. This is not quite the same thing. This is like mainly stuff like Cert Manager and
Yep.
uh,
Cert Manager, Argo, Istio, right?
those aren't dependencies though. The only hard dependency is Cert Manager. Istio is a somewhat hard dependency. It depends on the project.
Yeah, that's correct. So, but some of those are listed in this, the in the table that Julius prepared, right? So it's okay.
I don't know if they. Oh yeah, they are. I think maybe we do want to just put a quick clarification, which is that um, most we can just say for details. You know what I mean?
We can have dependencies for every project, right? For example, trainer depends on job sets, KFP depends on Argo, right?
Yes. I mean, and notebooks and stuff has an optional dependency on SDO. Well, notebooks v2 does, but most projects depend on cert manager and SDO.
Yeah, Kubernetes. Yeah. But do you want to list it one by one then?
No, I mean those are the only two hard. I mean, yeah, because like it's
Because you
hard,
can say
right?
KFP depends on XYZ, right?
Uh, yeah, that's. Do we want to list that? I don't know if we do, right? Because we could.
Can you leave a to-do item here so we can list it for KFP for the only trick is for notebooks, but we can figure out.
Um, specific projects have other dependencies. Um, we could just say that, right?
Yeah, can we leave a to-do item?
Where though, and for which part of it? Like,
Just here, right? Because
I
we
mean,
need
just
to
like put
stuff
like
for every project,
like
right?
under here,
Yeah.
like like
The
that.
Kubeflow pipelines and then okay. Yeah, we can move on. I think
I'm
because
just
we
gonna
got
adding there so I can
time,
highlight
right?
it so we don't
Okay.
forget about it. How do I highlight? There we go. And then comment.
Project dependency lifecycle.
Okay. Describe the life cycle we follow. Do we?
Yes. I think it's like at least like I think that's what Kubernetes recommends. I mean, at least from the Seek perspective. So I think it's fine.
Okay, I don't know if that's quite specific enough. I think because we support the uh, production versions of Kubernetes, right? The supported versions of Kubernetes.
Yeah.
Like that's
But
not.
anyway, so I think for graduation is sufficient. Like we don't
Yeah,
need to
probably.
do here. So yeah, this is we already discussed. It's like static and dynamic analysis tool for security development, and it's the same for SCA, right?
Sure,
Okay.
that's probably fine. Okay, and then let's go up here.
Day two, right? Okay, we're in day two.
Describe how the project increases in size. What? Users can list deployed. This is not quite what this.
How the project increases the size of count of existing. Yeah, so basically this is how they can count the deployed resources on the cluster.
I don't think this is what this is. I think this is asking a big O question. This is saying with what function of scale does the count of API resources increase? And it's linear.
Yeah, we can say the complexity is increasing linear depending on how many CPUs.
The API object count complexity is linear in the number of users and workloads. Users list deployed. Sure, I guess that's fine. Why is that customized here? I don't understand.
Um,
I can say here the core controllers and resources are constant, pretty much. You know. Um, yeah. Do we agree with this? This is not quite true.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to add there for the linearity? Probably not.
No, it's
So
okay.
describe project service SLOs. This is up to the user, right?
Yeah, up to the user. Like, I think ideally we should have a SLO document, but we didn't get a chance to, speak
What
about
would
it.
that mean for the open source project to have an SLO document?
Kubernetes has some concepts there, so I just link this document and it's fine.
Sure, that's fine. As described,
Yeah, the indicators, right? So we don't have right now any indicators.
described in sure, I guess. Well, this is a pull request. Sure, I guess.
Yeah. So I know that Julius, he's working on some resource requirements to check.
I did most of them, I think. Yeah. Okay. Describe which condition. Most of the resources are used by the actual apps themselves, though, because like you're running AI workloads, But yeah.
Yep.
Like maybe we should even call that out, right?
Yeah, but I think it's talking about Kubeflow control plane components. So
Yeah,
which means like if you're, for example, scaling, thousands of CRDs, you might require more CPUs for your reconciler.
or memory, more like. But yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you have a database like KFP, right? And you
Okay.
store your...
I think that's probably fine. I think I agree. It's fine. It's good enough. Describe which conditions enable this project resource exhaustion. Sure. I guess that's. I don't think this is sufficient. This needs more. Like we literally have this problem, with like inodes and other things like that. Like
If
this,
you know the problem, you can add it here. It's fine. Like I think GPU is one of the challenge, right?
it is, but like it's more like in the controllers. Like, for example, pipelines had that issue for a while where open file descriptors and stuff.
Okay. I mean, if you want, like, much, you can add it here. Like, you can add your to-do list to add it here.
Yeah, it's hard to actually forcibly trigger it though, so I think it's probably fine. I don't know. I'm not happy with this, but I don't know. Anyone got any ideas for this one? Like, what's a condition in which it would result in resource exhaustion? I'd imagine it would be like, too many IP addresses, too many whatevers. Okay, we'll see. Describe loads, testing. I think. What do we do this?
Um, yeah. So you mean talking about intensive load testing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know some of the user stories and user journeys, but we've never done it from the community perspective, right? But I know some load testing, we've done. I know some examples of KFP, which runs at very large scale. I mean, if someone have examples where Kubeflow projects have run, load testing, just you can enumerate it here with maybe examples.
Okay. That's pretty fine. Yeah, described recommended limits. We should literally just put that here, right? That's what these were. Oh no, wait, no, was this limits? No. This, I don't know. These statements this is a bit general. Of hundreds are known to work. Do we agree?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Describes the resilience pattern. I don't know if we have that realistically, but
No, I have HA actually.
It's available in some. Yeah.
No, I mean like some controllers support leader election, right? Like we have this in Train Operator for a while.
I mean, most controllers aren't really a problem because like controllers just pick up from the old ones the lease expires. But is there anything else we do
But I think
here?
it's like if one of the controller goes down, like if you don't have a leader election, like you will fail your API request, right, to create CRDs or manage them, right? So so anyway, this is like one of the resilience partner. Like if you want it more, like on the
Circuit
UI.
breaker is just interesting as well. We don't really have that. And we've got like a couple of minutes, so let's keep going. I think this is probably fine. Let's go with signals. That's fine. We already did these one actually. Yep. Okay.
Day
Okay.
one, right? Let's go through. Okay, this rollout.
Yeah, yeah. This well, we're going through day one now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's start at the top of day one, I guess. Okay. That one's fine.
I think actually day zero is the most updated one, if I remember correctly.
Is it updated or?
Yeah, I've added this information.
Do you want? I mean, we've only got a couple minutes, so which one is the most important? Any that haven't been done, let's just.
On the security side, can you open security?
We did security, right?
No, it's have it on another security section on day zero. This is what I said, like I enumerated. Yeah, here.
Why is there four? Oh, sure, that's fine. Yeah. This is probably fine. Go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A lot of words, but
I mean, I don't know if you want to go, like, you know,
no,
but
no,
if
no. I don't think we need to go through
anyone have any objections, like, it's fine.
that. What? Weird. Go. 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 Okay. This is interesting. Scrub, which ones would be a security risk if they were not maintained. Sounds like we've got some of those issues in the other parts, but anyway. But this is hard. Like we're not as robust in this as like Kubernetes is because of the years and years of stuff they've done with that. But like they do a security assessment of major feature changes and stuff. Yep. But that's fine. Okay. Threat modeling. Stop me anyone who's got an ideas or things that they don't like. Reading. Oh. Yeah, recent manager. Oh. Yes. This one says work is underway.
Yep. License compliance. Yep.
I mean, we're working with the CNCF scanning as well, right? For that.
Yeah. I think that we also need to kind of like edit this issue to establish the common scanning across our repos for CVs, like using Trivia or what is it, this Sneak, right?
Yeah, the issue with that is we need to be able to like mark them as not valid and stuff as well. That's the bigger issue. But yeah.
So anyway, I think like we still need to have a tool for license scanning in the future. So
we have that already. It's a CNCF gives one. Have you not seen it? Did you not get onboarded to it?
Fossa.
Also, yeah.
But do we run FOSS on every Kubeflow project right now?
I think so. Well, it
I
tries to.
didn't
It
see
tries
this as
to.
part of GitHub Actions actually.
No, it's not part of. It's separate. It's secret because it's like a legal issue. So like it's.
Okay,
you
and
have
how
to-
do we can ensure like what
You're
is
on
the
it, right?
what is the report?
You should be able to log in with your email if you're assigned as a maintainer of the project, because they don't want it public because it could lead to legal issues.
Okay, and like can we add the link here?
Like so, it's not initial work. It's like we like Kubeflow uses the Bossa product provided. That's what it's called, right?
Also, yes. So the point is that this was an effort that was started before the graduation. So the project were able to onboard, but I'm not sure if all the project onboarded. So maybe something like the security audit, sorry, the security reporting. We need to make sure that every project has a sort of like onboarded on this one.
Yeah, I see that you run the small registry, right? As part of your GitHub
Correct.
Actions in
Yeah,
license.
because it was, I think for the 1.10 release, there was some effort as well with Julius, if I remember correctly, that we wanted to implement this one. So we did, as always.
So do we
It's-
like
mm.
so we don't need to link it, I think, but I'm just saying is that we agree that's like the license command is that we use this. We need to make steps to make sure that we actually do comply. But
Yeah,
like,
we need to track this to implement this on every repo, by the way. Like
I think
what
it is implemented,
Exactly.
right?
No, it's only for model
Not
registry.
on every repo, likely. If the project did not onboard on the previous effort, then we simply have some of them that it did and some others that
I think
maybe
is that one of the OpenSSF badges? Is that one of the steps or not?
no. I mean, I don't remember anything
I'm
specific.
just looking at the actual one here. It's yeah, only model registry seems to be officially on here, yeah. Although I think they are scanning our other packages.
So how do we can we how we can log into the FOSS? Should we use our
They sent they should add that you should have got an email at some point from the CNCF.
Not necessarily. I think that the point was that with Ricardo, Ricardo and from Canonical, Stefano, it's like we had some people initially onboarded, and it's like if you give me the email, I can look if I have the extension to onboard people, otherwise it's a ticket. But they created the project for Kubeflow, and sort of like we have the component
So
side.
okay, and who has access to this project? It's only Ricardo and Stefano?
And myself.
Oh,
That's
so
for
you
model
can
registry.
okay.
I have access to your one as well.
So you can
Me-
grant access to other maintainers, right?
I don't know if I can. I got invited by someone from the CNCF.
Yeah,
Mm.
because at the beginning we identified the people that
Can someone open an issue in the community so we can follow up with this, similar to what we've done for security scanning?
Yeah, let me just, I think I'm just checking if there is actually a public link here. So let me just, because like if I go here, yeah, like it is possible to just share this specific one. So like we should add a to do, which is like maybe
So instead of adding to do, can you just create an issue, someone who can volunteer to create an issue?
like, for example, here's the one for model registry, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can add the formal registry, but I know because we over time, like, can someone just
in Kubeflow community.
yeah, similar to what I've done for security scans, right?
Like,
So
you know,
yeah,
I'm not
for
sure that I was in incognito and that did work. So like, so the SBOM ones, you know, there was an SBOM list somewhere, right? That you require that it required. Where did we list those? You know what I mean? Where was the SBOM list requirement?
software bill of materials is in the beginning, right? And it's like um
Because that is also available on the on that FOSSA tool.
no, but we didn't say anything about FOSSA tool here. We just talk about, PyProject and Docker in Go mode, right?
Well, like this, like I could add a comment here, which is that use for onboarded projects, e.g. model registry. Like there's something to think about. Then like I think this is a really good tool anyway. Like this shows very mature stuff if we do this.
Yeah. So okay, Matteo, like, would you be able to just create an issue then for us to track it?
I'm creating one currently in
Okay.
Kubeflow community.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I know over time, so I think I just need to also from CNCF to maybe have another chat, Any changes we want to make before I pass it to CNCF for
Well, there's one
second
to
round?
do in the middle at the top here. What's this one?
Yeah, it's a work in progress.
Is it?
It's the
Almost
same
my-
like we discussed like about the how many CPUs and how much memory do we need. You can remove to do here. Why it's duplicated. All right, so before we drop, so any because we like 6 minutes over time, like any maybe questions like follow-up asks.
So are we actually going to be sending this? When are we sending this to them?
Yeah, I want to ask like George to review, and also I want to send it to the what is it CNCF project review Slack channel again.
So we've got most things don't have to-dos on them anymore. So
Okay.
which one we need to get rid of any comments and things that we're worried about, or is this from them actually?
Yeah, this is we can complete. Nick reviewed 1 week ago.
Sure. I can complete that. That's fine. Okay, and then grab any. I think this is probably fine, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then. Okay, and then this one. This is from the CNCF, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll leave that one. What are we gonna say here about this one?
Yeah, it's resolved, right? Like I think it's okay initially.
That's fine then. Okay. Then, so I think we should probably link some of these things here. I think this is a really good maturity thing. Let me just move that down underneath. It's pretty simple to onboard. We just need to add people to them.
Okay, so yeah,
it's pretty
let's.
simple. I mean, I have to say it also works very well in flagging the false positives.
Oh, that's
Alright.
because that's what's so good about it, right? Yeah. Other projects to this, yeah, okay. And then so there's only the couple of to-dos then, right? Which is that one. I don't know. Do we need this one? I mean, I think we do need something here, but yeah. It's just like people listing some of their resource exhaustion cases. Is there any others that we've missed? I don't want to send it with like a to-do in here accidentally. There's only those to-do words there. Anything else? So the main one we have to do that's going to take time though is that security assessment stuff. But
Yep, that's fine. All right, I think we can follow up on this in Slack. So I think it was very productive.
we're getting
So
good progress. Yeah.
This checklist items. Let's see what will be after Friday, and I will give an update for Kubeflow graduation Slack channel then.
Okay, cool. I'll stop the recording. Cool.
Right. Thanks so much.